First thing I'd like to do here is show the trailer for it so you guys kind of understand the concept of this. Let me set this up here. Let me see if this will work on full screen. Fingers crossed.
My name is Samantha. I'm a combat pilot and an engineer, and I'm one of the only 4 survivors of the ship. We need to work together if we're going to make it off this planet. We'll have to scavenge, salvage, stockpile anything we can, build shelters, and thanks to Annette's discovery, cook and eat. Hopefully some hot food will lift everyone's spirits. We celebrate building our first camp. But the joy's short-lived as we face our first attack.
Oh my gosh! Annette eaten alive from scarabs like it's the mummy.
Thankfully, we pull through, together. We have to learn fast. Skills in combat, hunting, farming, crafting, healing, and construction. It's now fall, and I don't think anyone is coming to save us. We're on our own here. Tasks are piling up, and things are getting tougher. We're all getting more frustrated with our situation. To combat the stress and anxiety, we are staying focused on survival. Jack is building fortifications to protect us from alien attacks. Annette is cooking. Vanessa is tending to our crops, despite the terrible weather. We need more supplies, warmth, and protection. And with more research, we have power.
The electric age.
It's getting warmer once again. I think we've made it through the winter. With each passing year, we keep building. We venture further afield. We find new survivors. We keep
Just carry them.
and we keep surviving.
Oh my god. Like Hydralisk.
So long as we keep going, we'll find a way out of here. This is our hope. This is our story.
All right. So that is what we're trying. Now, this game is in early access. I'm going to drop a link to it in the chat if you would like to take a look at it, see if it is right for you. But it went into early access 3 days ago, and we are going to be trying it out for the next couple of hours. Do you know how much of it is available to you at this time? I do not. I do not. I'm not sure if it's like the full game, but it might, you know, they're just still working the kinks out of it, or if there's more chapters that are available. I was not told about that. All right, so let me do this. Hang on, there we go. All right, so we're in the game. I got into the game earlier. The only thing I did was just adjust the volume controls, make sure that the camera was still working, VSync settings looked good. I'm gonna go new game for the very first time. Need a hand. Before jumping into the world of Stranded, consider familiarizing yourself with the game's mechanics. We offer several thematic tutorials. Why not the game basics to try? Save games and achievements are not disabled during tutorials. Sure, start. All right, let's see what it's got. I don't know how badly it just throws you into it without the tutorial, so let's see. Welcome to Stranded Alien Done. In this first tutorial, you will learn how to interact with the unknown environment and set up a simple camp. You will take your first steps into research and crafting as well. Ready to take control over the fate of your survivors and guide them to salvation? Let's get started by mastering camera controls. Take your time and look around. Move the camera with WASD. Or place the mouse cursor at the edge of the screen. Okay. All right. Hold left middle mouse or Alt to move the camera. I wonder if I can change that to right click, but before I do that, I want to see if that's going to change anything. So this already, I thought we would just be in third person behind an individual. Okay. Zoom in and out with the wheel. Okay, got it. Collecting resources. You can interact with objects in the world by selecting them and using the actions in front of their info panel. You can also use right-click over an object. This will open a menu with all currently available actions for it. After you issue an action, a survivor will pick up the activity and do it. Use the described method to collect resources. Select the landing pod. Use the scavenge action. Mark a brush for cutting. Mark a tree for cutting. Pause the game. Use the HUD button in the upper left or the space key. Increase the game speed with the plus or minus key. Oh, I haven't had a game that let me do that since Supreme Commander. Cool. Collect sticks. I'll just speed up time, and we got the sticks. This guy just activate the resources bar. You can see all resources that you have collected in the resources bar. Activate it from the resources overlay in the top right. Okay. Building a camp. Building a basic camp where your survivors can sleep and work in relative protection from the elements is essential for their survival and well-being. Use the already collected resources to construct a shelter, some simple sleeping spots, and a campfire, which will provide light during the dark hours and heat to warm up if the survivors get cold. Take a note of the construction info panel at the left of the screen. It contains useful control hints. Open the camp menu. Shelter, place a scrap metal shelter. To place, press left click, press right click to cancel. To rotate, use the R and T keys. All right, so they carried over the scrap, and this person I think is carrying over the wood. Okay, cool. Reminds me of Oxygen Not Included a little bit. Open the camp menu. Select and place sleeping spots inside the shelter. Rotate. Can I hold shift to do multiple? I can. Cool. Okay, place the campfire near the sleeping spots. Has to be like right there by him? Okay. This guy's foot's gonna be on fire if he's not careful. All right, so they're bringing over the ingredients. Sleep and rest. The survivors are only human and get tired in the course of the day. The default work hours end at 2100, so they'll start looking for a meal, relaxation, and going to bed to spend the night. For the purpose of the tutorial, the survivors will regenerate their rest faster than usual, but in normal conditions, you can use the night downtime to plan your next day and prepare activities. Okay, taking a walk. Pleasant walk, favorite pastime, +6. Okay, so that's like their mood, I think. Happiness, relaxation, rest, fullness. Equipped weapon, none. Cold tolerance, heat tolerance. Now, if this lady's anything like my wife, her heat resist is way higher than mine. Like, she showers in boiling water. So, I guess we're just waiting. Can I speed up the game more? Okay, so it looks like you could speed it up to this button here. Okay, campfire constructed. Storing resources. Keeping your resources close to the camp will speed up future constructions and productions. The simplest form of storage is a stockpile, which is a designated spot on the ground and does not require any building resources. Stockpiles are the only ones that can store large construction materials, such as wood or stone, but for now you'll use them for all possessions, big or small. To protect the resources from the environment, use the stockpile under a roof, in this case, another shelter. Okay. How do I make a stockpile? Oh, it's right there. Maybe I have to finish this first before it'll let me. Okay. Place a stockpile of 2 tiles on one side of the roof. Okay, done. Place a stockpile of 2 tiles opposite the first one. Okay, done. Research and observations. Albeit familiar looking, pretty much everything on this planet is new to your survivors. In order to use the local plants or to start some farming yourself, you will first have to observe them to find out exactly what they are. Connor, could you eat that mushroom and tell us if you die? Another way of unlocking new things is through good old-fashioned research carried out on a research desk. Start preparing for the unknown threats of this planet by gaining more knowledge about it. Observe. He's literally just, yep, that'll kill you. That'll kill you dead. Build a research desk close to the shelters. Okay. You can use scrap metal or wood. Alright, let's just put it right there. It doesn't say that one has to be under a, shed. Hand its booty. A shelter? Noxie be handing booties. Hey, Noxie. Handing booties. Open the Manage Research menu and queue weaponsmithing. Manage, Research, Weaponsmithing. Make a weapon. Bows, crossbows, and spears come to mind. Workbenches have all the necessary tools. Okay, well, while you're doing that... How's this going, Connor? Observe the tree! Stare at the tree. Crafting. It's time to get some crafting going and craft new items. Build a workbench and get familiar with adding and managing production tasks. You can set multiple tasks on the same device and order them by priority. I do like priority systems in these type of games. You can also set production limits and tweak the allowed ingredients when applicable. In this tutorial, for example, you'll use cloth to craft a short bow instead of wasting precious synthetic textiles for the job. You can use the orders menu to mark an area for harvesting instead of selecting glitter caps one by one. Cool. Okay, so workbench now. Put it there. This is pretty cool, Chad. I, like, legit, I am enjoying this even more than I thought I would. I thought this was kind of like Valheim. Now I kind of feel like I'm playing something similar to Oxygen Not Included. Both of which were games I liked. Alright, so once they finish this workbench, it should finish the current step of the tutorial. Once we get to combat, I think it's going to be further toward Valheim than Oxygen, though. Ooh, what are these? Twisted plant, unknown species. Okay, select the workbench, add a healing balm task from glitter caps. Set the production value to 10. Until 10. Oh, until 10. Oh, so then he'll just make 10. Oh, cool. Add a short bow task. Forbid the use of synthetic textiles. Go back to the main info panel and use the short bow task to move the short bow task to the top of the production list. Got it. Okay. Good job on completing the first tutorial. You now know how to set up a basic camp, carry out research, and craft new items. All of this, however, is just the beginning. If you're ready for the next step, you could jump into the heat of battle with the combat and healing tutorial. Sure. Let's do it. Bad news. A survivor, Maki, has gotten sick, but you haven't got the right medicine to treat her, so she's just lying in bed, hoping for treatment that might never come. To top it off, a group of hostile-looking insects has been circling the camp for a while, and attack is surely imminent. Dang it, Maki, get it together. Let's deal with the combat situation first. Check the skills of all survivors to find the best one for the job, and then equip them with a weapon. Okay, so Maki, so we got Connor. Alright, so pause game. Combat is 6. Raka is 0. Raka, oh my god. Okay, fine, go read something, Raka. Have Connor selected. Open inventory. Select the melee weapon slot and equip the spear. Wait, what? Wait, what just happened? I saw a spear for a second and it disappeared. Oh wait, it says unpause the game and wait for him to get the spear. Oh, I think he's like walking toward a box. Okay, he had to like go fetch it. That makes sense. Now that Connor's combat ready, it's up to you to lead him into battle. You'll do this by taking direct control over him through the draft action, which allows you to tell him where to go and what to attack. Keep in mind, survivors that are not drafted will flee from danger, even if they are equipped with weapons. Drafted survivors, on the other hand, won't do anything unless you instruct them to. Most common actions are not available while drafted. Select the aggressive animals notification to select enemies. Output when butchered raw meat. Select Connor and click draft. Order Connor to move. Use right click to indicate where you want him to go. Okay, now it's an RTS. All right, Connor, there's 10 beetles. Are you okay with this? I guess so. Will he just keep killing and they'll just keep coming? Minor pain, -5. Oh my god. Connor's an animal. I don't know how I'd feel having to fight this many beetles with a stick. Sharp though it may be. He's got 200 hit points. There's at least one more. 8 out of 10. I like how we get like a little guitar riff when it's combat time. Where's the last beetle? If you lose sight of the enemy, select the notification. Oh, handy. Come and get it, Connor. Dirty clothes, -3 happiness. He's like, you bled on my shirt. All right, undraft. With the danger out of the way, it's time to turn your attention to healing the sick and injured. For the purposes of this tutorial, your fighter Connor has sustained more damage than he normally would have, causing him to lose consciousness from the pain and to faint. Dang it, Connor. He will be rescued by another survivor and brought to bed for treatment. While Connor is being rescued, let's inspect his wounds to get more info about their effects and treatments. Oh my god, this has got some depth to it. Then we'll get the sick Maki up from bed and do actual treatment, as she has the highest healing skill. Maki, wake up. Do you have the medicine? No, but this other guy's even worse than you. You fix him. Oh no. Okay. So what do we do? Inspect the injury, medical emergency notification. Select Connor and click the health tab. Superficial bite, bitten off flesh from his legs, and a painful energy in his right arm. Okay. Select Maki and use wait for treatment. Wait, what? Forbid the survivor from going to bed. Wait, what do we do here? Maki now says rescuing Connor. First aid kits. Now that you've instructed Maki not to wait for treatment, she'll get up from bed and take on activities as usual. While she's getting the needed medicines and treating the injured Connor, let's try to find a way to heal her too. You only have healing bombs and bandages, which work for injuries but can't do anything about illness. It would take time to research and produce new medicines, so your hope is to find first aid kits, which will contain everything needed to treat almost every health condition. It's time to do salvaging. Let's see. Okay, so click this and then scavenge. And then Rockha will handle that, and then we'll speed up the game speed. Wait until Connor's completely healed. We're trying. I like how Rockha could have fetched Connor, but we're like, Maki, we get the sick woman out of bed and have her carry Connor home. Oh wow, he got 10 first aid kits fast. Look at that. Bite treated, bite treated. Oh wow. So wait, does each treatment restore a hit point? Oh my goodness, this is gonna take a while. So it's not like natural regen. Okay, his left leg is better. Oh wait, no. Okay, he seems to be regenerating the rest on her own. All right, select Maki and then select the wait for treatment action. If Connor is still recovering, you can select him, hover over the cursor over Maki, and give direct order to heal her by pressing right click. Oh, I couldn't read that in time. Ranged weapons. Now that everyone's healed, let's take a look at an interesting find from scavenging, a couple of laser pistols. The spear you fought with previously is a melee weapon, and the fighter is bound to get some injuries as a result of close combat. A ranged weapon, on the other hand, allows you to keep your survivors at a distance and avoid injuries more easily. Survivors can equip both melee and ranged weapon and will switch between the two depending on the distance to their target. Equip the newly found laser pistols, give them a spin against more of the overgrown insects. Okay, so first let's look at their skills. Where was it? Right here. Okay, so Maki's not good at combat either. All right, so him, gear, gun, laser pistol. He's gonna go in there and equip it. Lock and load. Select rock hop for the second pistol, okay? All right. Select the aggressive animals notification to locate enemies. Okay. Select both survivors. Hold the shift key. And draft both survivors. And order them to attack the insects. Miss from being too dark. Oh, because it's nighttime. Raka's not good at combat. Now, I wonder if it's better for them to use their ranged weapon to hit the one that's, you know, adjacent to the other one, or if it's better for them to melee the ones near them. Is that 10? Nice. You now know how to lead survivors in battle and take care of their wounds. If you'd like to learn how to monitor and take care of happiness and relaxation of survivors as well as how to custom manage activities and schedule, proceed to the survivor management tutorial. Okay. Part of me wants to just dive into the game, but another part of me knows that some of that stuff I would not have figured out before they were dead. I'm not French, I've never even had a croissant. I have had croissants. There's definitely some of that stuff I would not have figured out before they died, so let's keep going. Another day in paradise, or well, not really. You've provided the bare minimum for physical survival, but mental health is equally important. Survivor happiness changes based on the experience, pleasures, and troubles. Monitoring them is a good way to identify problems and get hints about the solutions. Your current happiness of each survivor is visualized in blue in the background of their portrait. You will also see newly acquired pleasures and troubles as floating text in the world, but your go-to place for anything happiness related will be the happiness tab in the info panel of each survivor. Take a look there to see what can be done to improve the conditions of the camp. Okay. Select a survivor, go to happiness, inspect the 8 on foot trouble. What? Table with chairs, have you heard of those? Place a large wooden or stone table near a shelter, okay. Place 3 chairs around the table, okay. All right. Speed it up. Okay. Now the survivors have a place to eat, but the available emergency rations are not exactly appetizing, and it's not going to make anyone happier. Luckily, there's a little something called cooking that can help with that. One trick is to cook the rations to bring out their flavor, but you can also prepare dishes with local ingredients. Keep in mind, emergency rations in their original state will last a very long time, and it's a good idea to save them as a last resort meal and cook them only if nothing else is available. Select the stockpile and inspect emergency rations. Notice how they don't list a happiness effect. I see that. Use the quick recipes action. Notice how the recipe list has a happiness of +6. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mark dead overgrown insects near the landing pod for butchering. Mmm. Delicious. How do I do... Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, chat. Dinner is served. I hope y'all are hungry. Oh, yes. Oh, my mouth is watering just watching this. All right. Let's see, select the campfire and add meat soup to production. Oh, yes. Select the soup production for until 2. Come back to the main info panel and move the soup task to the top of the list. Your survivors will eventually want to have food for food varieties. They will look for different things to eat, including raw food. Some of the raw foods could be harmful, so if you want to be on the safe side, you can forbid their consumption. So you have to tell them, no, stop it, that's bad for you. Select a survivor and open the restrictions tab. Forbid the consumption of raw food. Okay, do I have to do that one at a time? All right. Place a 5x5 glitter caps field from the farm menu. When placing farms, you'll see a color-coded grid showing how the chosen plant will fare in the underlying soils. So green is good. Okay. Easy. Select a survivor. All right. Give them a direct order to plant. Wait, how do I do that? Place the cursor over the field and right-click to use direct orders menu. Select plant, get glitter, camp. Is one of them better at farming than the others? Farming 0. Farming 4. Okay, she is. Maki, you're promoted to farmer. There we go. All right. Direct orders are a useful way to get something done faster, but the survivor can do this even without your direct control. Enter the activities menu. There you could forbid and allow certain activities for each survivor and optimize their workflow. That is, for me, very oxygen not included, and I love it. Okay, enter the activities menu. You can also turn off the simple priorities and assign a priority number from 1 highest to 5 lowest for each activity. Activities are then chosen and performed by the survivors from left to right, so if there are several with the same priority number, the leftmost will be done first. For each selected activity, you will see the related skill levels of all survivors, which will help you decide how to set the priorities. Open the activities menu, where is it? Manage activities. Forbid the cook activity for the survivor with the lowest cooking skill. Raka has 2. Turn off simple priorities. Select harvest and plant activities to 1 for the survivor with the highest farming skill. Is that planting? Okay, got it. Closely related to happiness is relaxation that the survivors experience or don't. You can monitor that in the main tab of the info panels to get hints about it from the troubles and pleasures in the happiness tab. Survivors will relax in their free time by taking a walk or simply sitting a while. Eventually, however, the simple relaxation won't be satisfying enough and you'll have to provide more variety. The survivors have already observed a peculiar purple plant, which may give you the needed material for a fun new device. A punching pole. Harvest 20 skin bark. Okay, what is this, by the way? Interesting rock. Ah, there it is. Okay, let's do this. Select the skin barks and harvest. Okay, select the workbench and add veggie leather for production. Veggie leather? Oh my gosh, vegans don't know whether or not to be mad. Veggie leather. Craft at least 20. There. Survivors craft 10 veggie leather at a time, so you can set its production for ×2. Wait, what? Wait, did I just tell it to make 200? I'm not sure how that's gonna work. We'll find out, I guess. Yo, Connor is a tailor as well, chat. Yeah, you like that table, Connor. You're a happy camper now.